Johnson, Harbor Lights Drive. I would just like to comment on some of the comments that you all made. If you were so interested in doing something right, why did you do something so wrong to start with? Why did you put something up on the diocese 10 minutes before a meeting, 2 pages long, and didn't give anybody any chance to read it, and you all just passed it through? If nothing else, that was totally unethical, and if y'all don't realize that, then you're dumb as dirt. That was very unethical for what you did and how you did it. You didn't read it to the people. There was no discussion on it or anything. And for you to say that you were trying to correct it the next day, why didn't you put a moratorium on it then if you were so interested in correcting it? No, it was just let go. And you don't want to pay the attorney? Well, that's fine. Because it wasn't for the planning commission. It's for the citizens of this town who are named on the complaint. He won it, and you're going to end up paying him. And by denying it to pay it tonight, you're going to end up paying more because he's going to sue you and you're going to have more cost incurred than you have now. Not only for the embarrassment of the town and how bad that is going to be. Thank you.
Mary Mabry, 15th Avenue North. I was hoping we'd start the new year with less drama, renewed friendships, and that we could start over with a clean slate. And I still have that hope. I still want that for our town. If you look at Loris, Aner, Briarcliff, and I was reminded with a phone call on this, Pawleys Island, you look at all the towns up and down, you never hear anything but positive remarks about their town. We are the most drama-filled town on the East Coast, bar none. We can have our disagreements, and we should. That's how you learn and grow. We don't have to agree with everything, but we can have an open, fair, and honest discussion. There are several council members that I dearly love with my heart. I don't agree with them all the time, but that doesn't stop me from caring about them as a person and knowing that the few differences we have does not define who we are. I am asking you as a council to please reach out to your constituents. Start over. Let us all work together for the good of our community. We can stop the drama in our town today. I'm disappointed you didn't pay the attorney. But I'm going to sleep well tonight, and I'll see y'all on the 28th. That's fine. That was your choice, and I'm going to respect that. And we're going to move forward. But please remember, we're not your enemy because we disagree with you. I'm asking each and every one of you to stop the drama on the dais and answer the questions. And if someone disagrees with you, please don't take it personal. It's just a little bit of politics. We can agree 98% of the times. We don't have to agree all the time. So I want y'all to know that we hopefully have a great new year, and this is a new start. And thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Rosemary Olacone. I'm at 118 Oak Drive South. I just have a question in regards to, I'm a little bit confused here as far as what has happened. So, if you could just let me recap for a moment. I believe I understood that there was questions about planning and zoning with the E-district, and there were things that were questionable as far as what it was going to do for the residents here, what it was going to do for their insurance. So, an attorney was brought in, although Ms. Pellegrino said, well, we were going to make changes anyway, we were still going to look it over. An attorney was brought in, the attorney did his job, or her job, not non-gender, and yet we're refusing to pay them. So I'm just a little bit confused in regards to that. We have somebody who did work, so if we had anybody on this council who didn't do work, and everyone else refused to pay them, I think that's a shame.
Thank y'all for coming out. I hope all of you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I want to speak about the beautification committee. They did a great job over the holidays with the lights and the showing of It's a Wonderful Life. There's quite a few people out, even though it was kind of cold. As far as the ordinance that was passed back in October 9th and then was changed on October 23rd, according to an affidavit that's on public record, the town council, October 23rd, cured any defects in conflict with the town flood ordinance, FEMA, NPDES, and the National Flood Insurance Program. And Mrs. Carol Lamb of the National Flood Insurance with DNR cleared that up, that it was changed and everything was hunky-dory. So that's in a public affidavit, and you're welcome to look at that on the 15th Judicial Circuit. And I still believe that this is a item for the legal system. The judges, whoever the judge might be, I understand it's going to be in front of Judge Larry Hyman, so that will handle that. As far as other things that happened great around here, I want to congratulate all the Clemson alumni that y'all really took Alabama, took them to the mat, and the Alabama faced a monster defense that they could not tame, plus a quarterback who is destined for superstardom. Again, Happy New Year, and may all of y'all, God bless you, and hopefully everything will come out all right in everything we're doing. Thank you for coming out.
Gary Johnson, Harbor Lights Drive. I'm speaking on item C. There seems to be a rumor going around that the only reason Mr. Johnson asked for agenda item C to be added is so that he could correct a mistake that I made. I do know the two people that started the rumor, and of course they know who they are. But I would like the people of this town to know that is entirely untrue. First of all, Mr. Johnson was the only one that did not vote for the unethical and partly illegal amendment for the E-District. By request of commission members, I called a special meeting after the second reading of the ordinance was passed, in which you slid in the two-page amendment. The meeting was called to discuss the legality of the amendment, and by unanimous decision, I was asked to find an attorney to get legal advice regarding what you all had done. I did not do this on my own, but by direction of the commission. Obviously, we could not seek legal advice from the town attorney, because not only does she work for the town and the council, but she sat right here the night it happened and said it was all legal, which we now know it wasn't. There were several issues that were either illegal or would have been detrimental to our town. Since time was of the essence, we had to work fast in order to prevent permits being pulled and construction or demolition started. The fact that state, county, and town building codes were being ignored was illegal. But more importantly was the fact that the town was going to lose our membership in the NFIP, National Flood Insurance Program, jeopardizing the residents to be able to obtain flood insurance through them. Furthermore, the amendments went against the town's comprehensive plan. You can state all you want that had we not hired the attorney, you were going to correct your wrongs. If that is the case, why didn't you take time to read the amendments to the residents present at the meeting, have discussion as you should have, and maybe you would have realized the consequences of your actions, or better yet, defer the vote until the amendments could be studied by each council person. I can tell you why. You were trying to shove it through for the benefit of developers with no regard for the residents of this town. Mr. Plater, our attorney, is going to sue the town to be paid, as several residents of the town brought the complaint. If you want another lawsuit, then don't pay him and have the...
Mr. Brown. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. When I was elected, I stood at that podium and I raised my right hand and I took an oath. I took that oath to keep the peace in this town. And that's necessary to be done, and that's one of the things we need to do. I've got many phone calls in favor of paying and not in favor of paying. It's conflicting for me. I looked at the data that I do have. Can I make it a decision? I don't think anybody in here can make an accurate decision on this, okay? There are many things that are not being brought into this action that are written in there. It wasn't that, this happened or that happened. And I'm not gonna start a jury and a court here, because that's not where it's supposed to be. I believe the court system will devise the correct methods on this. I know that Mr. Johnson's amendment, his motion came up. It may have died right there. And I looked for transparency within this council to bring that out and talk about it. And that's basically all we do, talk about things. And we can't actually act on some of these actions, because you think it'd be right for the 20 people in here that want it done, and then the other 150 people outside that keep calling me saying, don't do it. I have to look at both. They're all neighbors. They're all here. They're all in this town, yes, and it happens. And I know you only see one side. But I'm lucky. I get to see both sides. And sometimes it's a hard decision to make. It is. And I'm not gonna sit here and say what was right, what was wrong. We need to have legal people with the law knowledge to make that decision. And then the peace will be kept. If we have to pay more, we're gonna pay more. We are, but that's the only way it needs to be done. Please, I have the floor. You can come here and I'm not gonna talk. And I do believe in everybody that comes there to that microphone, you have the freedom of speech. And you can ask questions.